Today we're going to be doing intermediate. I'm going to show you traditional grip and I'm going to show you this is Clayton Skinner. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Beat. Hello there, I'm Clayton Skinner and welcome to Beyond the Beat. In this episode we're going to be going over the song Almost Easy by Avenged Sevenfold. In this video I'm going to focus specifically on the beats that make up the song. We're going to work on the fills in the next video. It's probably best whenever you're learning a song or a complicated song that you're having problems with, make sure that you always learn the beats first and then learn the fills. The fills would kind of be like the mortar and the beats are the bricks. So, number one, the beginning of the song starts off with a groove that's in 6/4. Now, if you're unfamiliar with 6/4, 6/4 just basically means there are 6 quarter notes per bar. So if you were to count along to this, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the song is very fast, it's kind of simple. You just simply play the quarter notes, so the hi-hat or whatever you're playing on, the ride cymbal. You play that with your whatever hand that is. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the beat will go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5e into 6. 1 and 2 and 4, 5e into 6. Here, listen to the demonstration of this. Just basically just keep doing this over and over and over and over again. Don't worry about doing anything else. Just maybe set a metronome and just keep playing this over and over and over again. So once you're comfortable with that, number one, we'll move on to number 2. Now number 2 kind of follows the same principle. You're playing the same beat. If you listen to the song though, there's going to be a part within it, I think it's after like the 4th bar or so, there's kind of like a little fill which then leads back into playing that original beat again. Kind of got like a kind of feel to it. So if you're counting along the 2nd bar in exercise 2, you'll have the beat will go like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. That's just a snare. Ba ba. And you will hit the hi-hat on the and as well. It's not just played on the quarter note. So and 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and then you link it again and you just keep playing it over and over again. So try doing that. Try going back and forth between the 2 beats. And then when you're comfortable, play number 1 over and over and over again, and then just try adding the 2nd bar of number 2. Let's give it a try. Exercise 3 is a long one. It is a 4-bar phrase. I'm not going to bother counting out all the bars. The most important bar in it though is the 4th bar. This is where he does the double ride technique. Whereas what you're doing is you're playing not just the ride with one hand, your rhythm hand, you're playing it with your opposite hand as well. So you're kind of doing a single stroke roll on 2 cymbals, preferably the bell of the cymbal. And then what you're doing with your feet is you're matching whatever your hands are doing. So if your right hand hits, your right foot hits. If your left hand hits, your left foot hits as well. So you're doing a ba 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 ba. On beats 2 and 4, you're bringing that right hand off of that cymbal and whack, hitting the snare jump. Make sure that you start this slow. Don't try to go too fast. It's important that you make sure that your hands and feet are lining up properly, otherwise it'll sound like crap. So anyway, listen to my demonstration. Start off really slow and take your time with this one. Okay, so moving along. Exercise 4. Now there's a beat in there. It kind of has a very Latin-y feel to it. Somewhat Latin-y feel. Still follows the same basic tempo. You're still playing quarter notes on the ride. But rather than having a solid snare drum on 2 and 4, you're kind of doing the Latin thing where you're specifically accenting only on 4. So it's not just like a 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going like 1, 2, and 3, 4. Ba, do da do ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, do ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. So the count will go like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. That's right, right? Yes, that's right. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And you just keep following along to that. Listen to the song. You'll probably just be able to get it by listening to the song. It's really not a complicated beat at all. So yeah, just check it out. So beat 5, we're kind of doing a type of a blast beat. It's not necessarily an overly fast blast beat, but it's still a blast beat. So what we're doing here is you're going to be matching your hi-hat, whatever you play with your snare. You're just going to be matching on the quarter notes 1, 2, 3, 4. In between that, on the 8th note, you're going to be putting the bass drum directly between it. So like a bap boom, bap boom, bap boom, bap boom, bap boom, bap boom. If you're looking at the PDF number 5, the and of 3, and you'll see that it's labeled like the bass drums are typically labeled with an R. There's an RL, quickly 3 and A. That's where you'll be playing like the double bass. You'll be doing like the bap boom bap boom bap bubble bap boom bap boom bap bubble bap boom bap boom bap bubble bap boom bap. It's not necessarily always in that specific spot. It's just it's a good place to practice adding it. That being the end of 3. So if you're playing the 2 bars, just keep adding in the end of 3. When you get comfortable with it, just start playing the beat and then just like try to randomly add the double part. Just try adding that in randomly whenever you can. This will be another one you'll want to try slowly. It's a little bit easier to crank this one up though because it's really not that complicated of a beat. It's just basically doing a single stroke roll between your right hand and your right foot. So yeah. Now beat 6 is kind of a variation of beat 5. Now this happens later on in the song. It's kind of like a bridge section where it's basically just the drums and the singer just it's just basically bop bop bop. So no real bass drum until you get to a certain part where everybody kind of kicks in for like a dun 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 dun. If you listen, like this is the part of the song. Yeah, that right there. So that part right there, the that's where like the beginning of the second bar takes place. Just like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. Just try playing that, and then it only happens once. No, it happens twice. Yeah, it happens twice. So just work on that, and then listen to the song, and then try to see if you can match that up. Again, slow, and then build the speed up. So remember, I can't stress this enough. Make sure that you take this slowly. I even said it in the PDF, right at the bottom of the first page. It says start at 120 and then slowly ramp the tempo up to 180. 180 is about the tempo of the song. If you don't take it slow, it won't sound right. You'll probably be off in a lot of places, and you'll have problems following along to the actual song. It's not an overly complicated song at all, and it's not a very fast song. So I mean, you should be able to master this pretty quickly. Just remember, you'll probably never be able to play it like Rev, but you'll be able to play it like you. So just enjoy playing this song. It's a really good song. So anyway, part 2. Remember, we're going to be doing fills. So. Well, that's all I got for you this time. Make sure you check out part 2. We'll be going over fills and a few other things just to make sure we wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to Beyond the Beat. My name is Clayton Skinner, and this is going to be part 2 of my lesson teaching you Almost Easy by Avenged Sevenfold.